Donald Trump got yet another made-up award and revealed the mystery present he got from Iran. For more on this, it's time for a closer look. The nation is at war, and Americans are overwhelmingly against it. But don't worry. Today, the president held a cabinet meeting and spoke directly to the concerns that are on everyone's mind.
See this pen right here? This pen is an interesting example. It's the same thing. So this pen is very inexpensive, but it writes well. I like it. And they were $1,000 a piece. Beautiful pen, ballpoint. 1,000. It was gold, silver, gorgeous. But I'm handing out to kids that don't even know what they are. What is this, Mommy? And it had another problem. They didn't write well. So I take it out and I sign, and there's no ink. I said, I'd like to use your pen, but I can't have a gray thing with a big S on it. And I could even paint the White House on it, sir, if you like, in gold. Almost real gold, not bad. So the guy said to me, you don't have to pay me, sir. I'll give them to you for nothing. I said, no, I don't want that. Let me pay you. I want to pay. He said, what would you like to pay? I said, how about $5 a pen? He said, that's all right. Whatever the hell we agreed to. Peanuts. They're better pens. It's a business story.
No, that's not a story. That's a symptom. That felt like it went on for 2 days, and considering the war in Iran is costing $1 billion a day, your pen savings aren't making up the difference. I have so many questions about this story, but I have to go back to this part.
I'm handing out to kids that don't even know what they are. What is this, Mommy?
I'm sorry, you think a kid doesn't know what a pen is? They're kids, not aliens. They're in school all day, and that place is lousy with pens. I have 3 kids, and they sure as know what a pen is because that's where the ink on the walls comes from. Also, why mid-war is this guy so obsessed with office supplies? Today it's pens. On Monday, he regaled the press with a super accurate history of the paperclip.
You know the story of the paperclip? 182 years ago, a man discovered the paperclip. It was so simple. And everybody that looked at it say, why didn't I think of that?
I'm sorry, did you just want to be president because you thought it would look good on your application to Staples? Why would I be a fit to the Staples team? Well, for one, I'm a people person. Obviously, the real crisis we're facing is not over pens, it's the war in Iran. Now, you might think the war is still going on, given the fact that the president recently threatened to obliterate Iran's power plants and unleash hell on the regime. But actually, you guys, good news, we've already won.
We've won. Let me say, we've won. You know, you never like to say too early you won. We won. We won the bet. In the first hour, it was over. We've won this. This war has been won.
Woo! We won the war. Pens for everyone. Just make sure the cheap kind. We're not doing the high-end pens. Also, if you won in the first hour, why are you waiting until 3 weeks in to let us know? And why is the Strait of Hormuz still closed? And why does it seem like you're constantly changing the subject by talking about office supplies? We won in the first hour. It was a military victory that will be discussed for centuries. But before I get to that, who knows the history of the binder clip? Let's talk about the binder. We love the binder clip. It's interesting because you press down on this side, the other side opens up like a mouth. No one knew you could do it. They said, well, there's no way to get it open. And I said, what if you press down? And then it opened right up. Anyway, I had a secret, and the secret was, I'm gonna hold your papers. But whatever, fine. The point is we won, boom, mic drop, we crushed it. America doesn't need anybody's help. We came in, we kicked ass. It is over.
We're very disappointed with NATO because NATO has done absolutely nothing. I said 25 years ago that NATO's a paper tiger, but more importantly, that we'll come to their rescue, but they will never come to ours. And I want you to remember that we said this. They didn't come to our rescue.
Again, this is making me feel like we didn't win in the first hour. Because why would we need to be rescued if we already won? The only ones who need to be rescued are us from your pen story. Also, we started it. We started it, so now we need to be rescued from our own war? You're like a 5-year-old who insists he can dress himself and then gets trapped inside a sweater. Help! Hey, I put my head in the sleeve and I can't get out, Dad! So now Trump wants a speedy end to the war he started, but he can't figure out how to achieve that. He won't even say who he's negotiating with, and Iran says they're not negotiating directly with us, which is why Trump ends up saying weird, vague stuff like this.
They did something yesterday that was amazing, actually. They gave us a present, and the present arrived today. And it was a very big present worth a tremendous amount of money. And I'm not going to tell you what that present is, but it was a very significant Prize?
It was a very significant prize worth a lot of money. I can't tell you what it is, but let's just say you can buy 4 of them with a 20. Did you see that beautiful gift binder clip? I did. It's all right. It's all right. But today, Trump revealed what the present was. And you guys, it's something really rare and special. I'm just kidding. It's oil.
You know, I told you about a present, right? Steve, can I reveal the present? They said to show you the fact that we're real and solid and we're there. We're going to let you have 8 boats of oil. 8 boats. 8 big boats of oil.
Okay, so to show us that they're real and that they're solid and that they're there, could you tell us their name? Oh, I would love to tell you their name. It's John Boatman. Also, they're not letting us have free oil. They're letting oil tankers pass through a strait that they were already allowed to pass through before you started this war. Seriously, is there anything else you can say that we got out of this otherwise pointless war beside 8 oil boats?
And they said, we're going to send 2 more boats. And it ended up being 10 boats.
All right, so this is clearly some teenagers who got the White House's number. Yeah, just so you know, we're real. We're going to let 8 boats through. That's very kind of you. Tell him 2 more. What? Tell him 2 more. Actually, you know what? Let's make it 10. So master negotiator Donald Trump is bragging about a few boats of oil during a pointless and unpopular war he started that has sent gas prices for Americans soaring, which of course means Republicans are giving him a special award.
President Trump became the first recipient of the America First Award at a fundraising dinner in Washington, D.C. last night. Congressional Republicans created the award to honor strong leaders in the United States.
Tonight, we have created a new award. He is the suitable and fitting recipient of the first ever America First Award. It is our honor on behalf of all House Republicans, all of you here, and all patriots across the country, present the very first America First Award to the 45th and the 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Oh my God, that's so great. He can hold it with all of his other fake awards, the FIFA Peace Prize and a crown from Burger King. And how many fake trophies that were made specifically for him is this guy gonna get? First the FIFA Peace Prize, now the America First Award, and he's neither America First nor pro-peace. He's getting a participation trophy for something he didn't even participate in. When Mike Johnson handed it to him, I bet Trump said,
What is this, mommy?
these guys, so out of touch. They're giving Trump a special made-up award while Americans struggle with soaring prices caused by a war they overwhelmingly disapprove of. And meanwhile, Trump's just droning on about office supplies, telling a story about pens that feels like it started
182 years ago.
This has been A Closer Look.